ABC Tri-Cities at 12:30.
This case is not cold. Those are the words from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation about an hour ago, as today marks 1 year since the disappearance of now 6-year-old Summer Wells. You're watching ABC Tri-Cities at noon. I'm Cindy Kessler. Now, investigators held a news conference late this morning. Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said they didn't expect to be working this case a year later.
It's heartbreaking to me and my officers and the entire community. We've never stopped looking for Summer. We'll continue to do so.
Investigators say after 365 days, dozens of searches covering thousands of acres, and 170 interviews, they still have no answers. Ansley Daniel was at today's news conference. Ansley, the TBI stressed social media and misinformation are having a major impact on their search for Summer.
Yes, Sydney, we have heard it time and time again that social media has caused an uproar in this case. It's resulted in a lot of misinformation and has forced law enforcement to follow up on hundreds, if not thousands, of dead-end tips. Today, we learned that more than 100 TBI agents, in addition to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, have worked this case in this last year. Today, the Bureau revealed that 170 interviews have been conducted and 3 ground searches have happened in the Beech Creek community since this day last year. The TBI says that digital evidence and cell phone data have also been obtained, but today they wanted to make one thing clear. Do not call in tips from YouTube videos or theories from Facebook groups.
We know that this case has attracted the attention of individuals across the country who genuinely care about Summer and want nothing more but to help us find answers. We appreciate those people. However, we are also aware that there are some people using this case for their own personal gain.
Law enforcement also gave us a rap sheet, if you will, with frequently asked questions on this case with topics like data, evidence, as well as information on that red truck that they were looking for. That's on our website right now. And Sydney, the TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Office again reiterated today that this case has been outside of the norm since it began this time last year. But what we do know is that around 6:30 p.m. tonight, that's when the initial call came in, and that will mark 1 year since someone in Summer's family reported her missing. And obviously there's been a lot that's happened since then. So here's a timeline to break down for you what has happened since that moment.
We've utilized ground crews of 80 to 100 people of trained professionals, aerial aviation search, both visual and FLIR, medical, THB, and TBI assisting us with fixed wing, multiple drones, and 4 different canine units.
Law enforcement and hundreds of searchers scoured Beech Creek looking for the little girl.
While every case is different, this one is definitely outside of the norm. Typically, in an investigation like this one, we have some idea of where the case is headed and what might have happened within a few days.
With no luck, the ground search ended weeks later. That's when her mother spoke on camera for the first time about the moment her daughter went missing.
I yelled downstairs for her a couple times and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check and she was nowhere in sight.
The following month, Summer's older brothers were removed from their home. In October, Summer's father was arrested for a DUI.
I have lost control. I've done stupid things, and for that I apologize.
That was after filming a Dr. Phil special that aired in November.
She's looked at trigger after trigger after trigger and not a tear.
Planned searches happened throughout the winter months, and in February, Don Wells was jailed for violating his probation.
We're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
Months later, as we approach the 1-year mark, what happened to Summer Wells remains a mystery.
We're not leaning one way or the other. Anything credible that comes in, we will look into. Like I said, we've gone through hours and hours and hours of interviews, of video footage, of electronic data, just trying to find a specific direction to go in towards. Nothing has narrowed that down, so everything, as the sheriff has said, is still on the table.
I also asked law enforcement today if Summer's parents were cooperating in this investigation, since a few months ago we were told that they were not. The TBI told us that they really don't want to characterize that, as it could continue to add to the rumor mill. Live in Rogersville, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Ansley, thank you. Now, if you have any credible tips, you're asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND.